can say no to sugar and
It's beginning to look a lot like Christmas everywhere you go. Take a look at the 5 and 10. It's glistening once again with candy canes and silver lanes that glow. It's beginning to look a lot like Christmas. Toys in every store, but the prettiest sight to see is the holly that we
getting you guys in the Christmas spirit. What's going on, traders? December 1st it is. December 1st it is. Crazy. Time flies. Time flies. What's going on, Coin? Jonathan, One Way. How you guys doing this morning? Yeah, we got a few things going on right now. You guys, BB is taking off right now. Taking off. Going to the moon, baby. Yeah, BB actually came out with a PR. They're getting really, really euphoric right now. So the key area I'm looking at for BB is really over $10. I like that one at 10.20. We'll see if we get there. I do have shorts there, but this one really is getting a ton of crazy volume on it at the moment. So we're definitely going to keep our eyes peeled on BB. Yeah, they came out with some news. Let's go ahead and go over that real quick. Matty hoo, howdy ho, fam. What's going on? Matty, you missed the Christmas music this morning. You missed it. So they came out with a PR. This is normally what we'll do in here, guys. We'll go over the fundamentals and then look at technicals. Our three types of analysis, you guys know. Always kind of looking at all three of those. So fundamentals, technical, and trader. Trader analysis says, is this where the traders are? Essentially, it's going over volume. We have volume on BB. This is where all activity is essentially this morning. And then I take a look at the fundamentals. Fundamentals here. AWS. This is in their PR. AWS. Now, AWS stands for Amazon Web Services. Amazon Web Services and BlackBerry join forces to accelerate innovation with new intelligent vehicle data platform. So any kind of partnership with Amazon is always going to be very, very big news. And not only that, this is in the electric vehicle space. So that is where all eyes and attention are this morning on BB. It's got a pretty decent float on it, but do have shorts here. But after I looked at that, the fundamentals, I take a look left of the chart, and really the key level of resistance I like on BB is going to be up here in this 1020 range. You guys see that line I have drawn there? 1020 is really going to be that key area for BB. And Coin, if you can bring up some level 3 on BB, that would be great. I suppose there's probably going to be some orders over $10. I think we may could get there. Today. So we could long to short this. We'll see how this one's going to play out. So really curious on BB, see how we're going to open up here, because it's already getting kind of that euphoric momentum on it right now. Now, what we saw yesterday was some plays kind of moving at the end of day. So end of day was pretty hot yesterday. Normally I don't trade end of day really, but I haven't in a while. But yesterday, came back and reviewed the overall market, and yesterday was kind of hot with what? CAAS. And that's in that Chinese electric vehicle space as well. Coin, tiny red day yesterday. Wasn't prepared. Yeah, that's weird. As Kim said, you had some great calls. I guess you just weren't prepared mentally, maybe. Weren't prepared. Got a little red. It happens. It happens. It's all mental. Everything always mental. Always. Jack Trader in the house. So, guys, there's quite a bit. You guys know yesterday I took 2 trades. Jonathan helped me out with what was it? Yesterday it was SNSS. Yeah, Jonathan helped me with SNSS yesterday for a nice little short. That one kind of faded all day. It was pretty nice. And then I took mRNA for a short for 6.5 points yesterday. I don't know if you guys saw that community post, but that was pretty sick. I'm going to be watching mRNA again today, Moderna. So mRNA came out with some news this morning actually as well. The FDA committee is going to review Moderna's emergency use authorization. Emergency use authorization of COVID-19 vaccine on December 17th. So what do most people do? They buy, rumor, sell news. Buy, rumor, sell news. That's what we're seeing right now with mRNA. Buy, rumor, sell news. I never used to understand that saying until I'd start buying news as it came out, and I'm like, oh my god, such good news. Why is the stock selling off? I buy a stock that came out with good news, and the stock would sell off. And it's because people buy the anticipation, sell the news. That's what happens. Buy anticipation, sell news. Going late to a Zoom school meeting. Ugh. Kim, the same thing. Shoo, I ain't looking forward to that. Not looking forward to those. Brad, good morning. Well, hopefully those will be out of the way by the time my kids in school. Who knows? Who the heck knows? Mr. BB in the house. Great vid yesterday. Thank you very much. I enjoy making those videos. I really do. Really do enjoy those. All right, so Brad, your actual initials is running right now. BB. Stock BB is taking off. For those of you just now jumping in here, we'll go back over that one in just a little bit. We got quite a few to look at this morning. Guys, yeah, man. Yesterday, there were several really good bounce plays that I didn't get. TLRY was one of them. Marijuana play. TLRY, we were watching the 820s. This thing panicked down right under the 820s, 810, bounced right back up to 959. Killing me. We went over that yesterday. Kevin, why didn't you take it? That happened at 11 o'clock, though. Not only that, but then WKHS, this one. The sell-off, that happened around 1042. WKHS, that one, it had that it's descending triangle pattern on WKHS, so it's not surprising it was met with some resistance there and kind of had a little bit of a panic. But this is what I love to go over, guys. And we actually went over this yesterday live with stock SBE. S is B as in boy, E as in Edward. I don't know if you guys remember that. That stock did something very similar to this. What do we see? WKHS from last Tuesday. We see this big panic move. And then the buyers just absorbing orders and this thing getting balled up, lower shadow. We saw the same thing yesterday with Workhorse. And that's why I love looking at pattern recognition from a chart's Tigger's past chart history. So important and very crucial, guys. So Workhorse, let's watch it again today. I mean, this was support 2620. It's going to be opening up right under that this morning. But what I find very interesting with Workhorse is there were so many buyers coming into this from the 2350s all the way back up to 26. But here's today right now. We're going to have some resistance here at 2620, but still got to watch the Workhorse. Brad got to trade it now, right? Yeah, I think so. It's definitely overcrowded. It's got really good news on it. Really good news. That's why I've seen so much hype right now. I've been watching that most of the morning, honestly, BB. We do have shorts there at CMEG. The key resistance area I see for BB is 1020. So I don't really know if I just got to watch it. We got to watch it. See how it's going to open up. If it gets overblown in pre-market, which it kind of is right now, we may just see it kind of fade throughout the day. We'll certainly going to keep that one on watch. So, if you guys have the shorts, YALA is not a bad play. YALA, this one recently IPO'd in October, beginning of October. YALA IPO'd. I think it's a technology play. Just a nice little move yesterday. I don't have shorts here with YALA, but this is kind of the setup we're always looking at. That one's very similar to, what was the stock we were watching yesterday? HIMX, they're all the same. They are all the same. Overbought move the day prior. Next day it snaps out of the gates. Alright, so I have 3 charts loaded up this morning. Actually, I'm going to load up, I think one of the marijuana plays as well. TLRY maybe. I got 3 charts loaded up that I really am interested in this morning. The first one is mRNA. I still like that one. I mean, this one's just gap up after gap up after gap up. Last week, the stock was, honestly, a couple months ago, it was at 54. It was up 300%. Last week, it was around like 70s, 80s. So we're mRNA. This is the COVID vaccine play. It's getting gap up after gap up. 3 days ago, opened at $100. Now we're at 170s. So, I mean, yesterday I got 6.5 points here, mRNA. I'll be watching again to see if we can get a euphoric move out of the gate, and just look to hit it again. We'll see what happens on mRNA. I like GTHX. GTHX. We can go ahead and go over this one right now. GTHX. This one, nice little overbought move yesterday as well. And so I look at that, and then I look left of the chart. It's going to have some trouble here at 2020 and 2030. That's what we're seeing. I mean, if a stock is touching 2020, I'd be shorting it anyways. 2020 has been a heck of a year. Short anything at anything touching 2020. All right, so let's look left of the chart, GTHX. This is a play I found right here on the bear scan watch list this morning. GTHX down here on the bear scan watch list. I'm flipping through all these tickers every morning, finding the best hands for us to trade. GTHX, this one, overbought move yesterday off the bear scan watch list. Looking left of the chart, and we are going to have pretty major 2020 resistance on it. Here's the chart. You guys can take a look at it yourselves. Pretty tough 2020. I mean, it's going to be lower shadow, all kinds of support, which turns into resistance. It's going to be a tough area to get above. So I do like that one. Watching that one out of the gates this morning. Mr. GTHX, Jason in the house. What's going on, Jason? You on the road? Good to see you in here this morning. Yep, so I got mRNA, which is still kind of grinding right now, 174. GTHX, I got loaded up. And, of course, BB. BB loaded up as well. Honestly, I think Jason at work as usual. Are you learning how to trade while work at the same time? Difficult, very difficult thing to do. But yeah, I do like, if you guys have the shorts, I just went over this one, but YALA, I really like YALA for the short. Very similar to HIMX from yesterday. Kicking myself that I don't have shorts here this morning on it. Could locate them, potentially. Could be worth it. I could check CMEG, see what they're going for. 1 second, guys. Let me see what they're going for over here. This one did IPO like beginning of October. Yeah, they're 5 cents a share. They are available. I'll think about it. I will think about it. Coin CAAS sellers up towards $15. Yeah, let's take a look at that one. So y'all, if you guys have the shorts, watch that one. BB, this one hit a couple upper shadows, 880s. This has got such a crazy PR on it, partnering with Amazon and in the electric vehicle space. I think this one's gonna have a little continuation. If I'm honest, I think we may get another pop out of the gates. I'd really like to see this one up towards that resistance at 1020 on the chart. I may play BB. I may go long to short on it. I have shorts here at CMEG. Can you guys let me know if you guys are at different brokers? Check Sterling. Some of you are on Sterling. Let me know if you have shorts at Sterling. I just want to gauge how. I just want to gauge the availability of the shorts to see if this is ETB or not. ETB across the board. So if you guys don't mind helping me out with, if you have a different broker, let me know if they have shorts. BB. I'm trying to gauge how easy to borrow it is. Because why? Easy to borrow means easy to blow up. Easy to blow up. All right, HEXO. Here's a little dollar menu stock for you guys if you're interested. HEXO, Hexo. This one's just been grinding. It's a marijuana play. So that whole sector was kind of grinding yesterday. HEXO is in the same space. Kind of broke that 200-day recently. Sitting at 134. It's going to have some resistance like in the 150s. But yeah, if that whole sector is working pretty well for those who like the pennies. If you're watching HEXO, if you guys like the pennies, this one's in that marijuana sector as well. It's kind of grinding. TLRY, I'm going to watch and see if this one's going to still. I really like on the TLRY's chart and ACB. And ACB, quite honestly. Look at this. So it's back above the 200, but look at yesterday's candlestick on the daily. We see buyers are present. Buyers are coming into TLRY, ACB in this marijuana sector. All the way down towards this support, and it's bought right back up. So I am still interested here. See how the marijuana sector is going to open up. I mean, yesterday wasn't surprising because this is the pattern we trade all the time. We go over it all the time in here. These hangover setups, stocks getting overbought, above average volume, and then the next day we see profit taking down to that support, and but it's holding on up. So we'll be watching that sector. Let's see. Let's make sure we are covering all of our bases this morning. Right now, I have four stocks loaded up. At the moment, still going to be watching Moderna, mRNA out of the gate for some euphoria to short into that a little bit. GTHX is opening up right at resistance. I mean, GTHX may pop over 2020. It's very obvious and clear that this one's going to have some resistance up towards 2020 just because of right now what it's doing. It has a little bit of a ceiling here. But what I'm thinking, if I'm playing this chart out in my head, what I'm thinking is we may break over it slightly and then come back under it. Then it may fade back under it, kind of go green to red. We may open up. If it does pop over it, may do a little green to red move. That's what I'm thinking. We have such tough resistance here. I'd like to start that one if we can get a pop on it. Yeah, that's a nice looking chart. Nice looking chart there. And then BB with the Amazon news. BB Amazon news straight up. This one's gonna longs take longer, especially this one kind of consolidating right now. It's actually looking somewhat healthy. It didn't just go straight up and sell right off, and that's because what I've seen in my own personal trading experience. Any stocks that come out with news regarding Amazon, partnership with Amazon, they usually get a lot of hype. I mean, that's some big boy news right there. But not only that, this is the automotive electric vehicle space. So I may go long to short here. I'm going to be watching BB pretty carefully. May go long to short. We'll see. 850 is trying to hold up right now. I really like 1020 as its main resistance area. 1020 is just solid resistance on BB. I could see this stock getting up there no problem. So we'll watch BB for that 1020. That's the area I'd like for a short, but we may just like squeeze right through that. This is a stock with some crazy news on it. We'll see. Remember, like the video yesterday. If you guys watched the video I came out with yesterday, don't ever marry a ticker. Ever. Ever. Even if it came out with Amazon news. Very bad idea. Alright, I'm going to look up the short interest real quick on BB. Interested in how many shorts are on this stock right now. So give me just a second. You guys let me know if you have any questions. ZK, thank you for the stream. Absolutely, as always. Look up the short interest on BlackBerry. Yahoo's got it at a 500 million in float stock. It's crazy. Yeah, short percent of float's only 6%, so not too bad. My thing is, I think you guys didn't really answer me. I'm disappointed. But I think maybe you're all at CMEG, and that's why. I think BB is pretty easy to borrow across the board, but I'm not sure. So I think there may be some shorts underwater already on it, which is why it's holding up fairly well. But I wish I knew across different brokers how available this is. Well, Coin tried to short BB a couple years ago and got slaughtered. Well, let's look at its past chart history to figure out when that was. Did it get a pretty solid move on it 2 years ago? The thing is, on its past chart history, I mean, this one doesn't traditionally have a ton of range, you know? Not a ton of range here, but with this kind of news, I mean, certainly range is going to come in. I mean, yeah, some of the biggest days is like a point. Let's see right here. 1040 to 12, point and a half. And we're up right now 2.5 points. Let's look at a day it gapped up pretty big. See what it did. Looking for some pattern recognition here. Here's a little something. Gap up 830. Nah, it's not big enough. Mr. Steven in the house. Good to see you in here, man. Been a little bit, Steve. ETB at light speed, yeah. Light speeds usually has good shorts, don't they? Okay. Yeah, I'm not finding much of anything here. Okay, this day gapped up from 770 to $9. Had a red day. Okay. Sorry guys, just looking around a little bit. See if we can see something similar to this, but not seeing much of anything. Was it earnings play? Gotcha. Yeah, earnings are difficult. All right, let's review everything real quick. Yeah, I like to like to look at the past chart history and also look at that. Like if we're having a big gap up, let's look at a different time it had a big gap up and see what it did. But here's kind of the trend I have right now on BB at the open. It's going to be, trend's going to be down to 780. 780 trend from this morning. It might not even get all the way down there, but yeah, we'll see what happens. Mr. Fitzgerald, good morning. Good to see you in here. All right, so let's review everything real quick, and then we'll get to trading. BB does look like it wants to sell off a little bit. Looking a little heavy-ish right here against 850s. We'll see how BB's going to open up. You know, Coin's got BB for the fade. Potentially. I like it for the fade as well. I'd really like to see it get a spike out of the gate. Would love to see a spike out of the gate, but I'm not sure we're going to get it. Mr. Gary in the house, you offer one-on-one CMEG training? Wait till the beginning of the year. Maybe I'll have something like that at the beginning of the year, Mr. Gary. But yeah, if you need help, email me. I don't mind helping you out. Don't mind helping you out. All right, let's review everything real quick. You guys know mRNA was good to us yesterday. But this stock, the COVID vaccine, we got a few sectors that are running hot right now. We got COVID, we got electric vehicles, Chinese market, marijuana sector with Mr. Biden, president-elect, and the marijuana. Him and the... All right, we're going to avoid politics in here. But yeah, marijuana's taking off a little bit. That sector's hot. COVID's hot. Electric vehicles are hot. Got a lot going on. So mRNA, they came out with a PR this morning. The FDA committee to review Moderna's emergency use authorization of COVID-19 vaccine on December 17th. So people are buying the rumor, selling the news at the moment. Buy that anticipation on up. Yesterday I shorted that one for a little bit of a move. I'm looking for that one to get a little euphoric out of the gate this morning. For another little short there. The marijuana sector, this is what I have on TLRY. TLRY, this one's going to be having support around 820. Sold off to that area yesterday. We'll see how this one's going to hold up. TLRY, ACB, in the penny land, if you guys are interested. There is HEXO. It's in the marijuana sector as well. I also have GTHX loaded up against, this one's going to be open up right near resistance on its past chart history. I love GTHX. That one against 2030. Might look to short into that on a spike. And then, of course, BB right now is kind of selling off at the moment. I am interested for a short on BB, maybe even potentially a long. I'm not going to short into the fear. You guys know we short euphoria. We buy fear. We don't buy high, hope higher. We don't short low, hope lower. We're the 10% crew. So those are the four I have loaded up. TLRY, Moderna, GTHX, and BB out of the gate. If you guys have the shorts, Yala, Yala. That's not a bad short. I don't have shorts there. Of course, I'm going to stay familiar with Workhorse, WKHS, and some of the other electric vehicle plays, such as NIO. NIO kind of did break that ascending triangle pattern from yesterday. But it did kind of hold up a little well. So we're going to see what that's going to do against 5270s, which is going to be that ascending triangle trend. Maybe a little heavy against that. But otherwise, let's watch the scanners and see what's going to be popping off. We got a minute till the market opens on up. The positive intensity scans up here in the middle. This is our intraday scanners. These middle scanners here. Positive intensity scans up top. That's going to be stocks that are getting overbought. When they're highlighted orange, overbought. On the negative scanners, when they're highlighted orange, they're oversold. We buy fear, sell euphoria. So that's how these work. They're alerting you before the reversal happens. So saying get ready for the reversal. Moderna's already kind of popping up towards 180s. This stock's at an all-time high, so you certainly got to either A, risk a dollar amount, or pick a level on it to go off of. But it's at all-time high, so not necessarily any resistance to go off of. GTHX, going to be watching that one out of the gates. And BB, let's see how that one's going to open up. Of course, CAAS, that's an avoid for me. That one's a Chinese electric vehicle low floater that end of day had a nice little zombie run. Market is now open. Let's see what's going to happen. Let us see what's going to happen. Watching GTHX pretty carefully here. Yeah, I'm just going to start GTHX. I mean, I got it at, what did I get it at? 1981. Frustrating. It is frustrating. Want that one to pop out the gate, but I'm going to just watch that one for a little bit, see what it's going to do. MRNA, what's that one doing? Already getting a little bit of a sell-off out of the gate right now. My Thinkorswim charts are kind of frozen at the moment, so pretty difficult for me to see what's going on. But GTHX, I'm ultimately going to be watching that one. I'm gonna give it a little room against like 20, 30. It's got a 20-cent spread on it. BB is trying to hold VWAP right here at the open, 830s. BB's trying to hold the 830s. I really wouldn't mind seeing this one. It's getting some crazy volume on it right now. Couple million shares right here at the open. So that one's trying to test its pre-market highs right now. Looks like it wants to test those pre-market highs. We'll watch it very carefully. I could see this one getting over 9, heading towards 1020. That's that main resistance. So I am watching that one carefully there. Oh, GTHX sell-off. Nice little sell-off there. I'm going to kick back with GTHX for a little bit. 2020 is really good support. I'm just going to kick back there for a little bit. May even add into it if it pops back up. TLRY, a little bit of a sell-off this morning as well. I'm kind of somewhat interested in a scoop on that down towards that 830s area, which held up as good support yesterday. So kind of interested in that. There's quite a bit popping up on the scans right now, guys. I can't really monitor everything, so make sure you're helping me out if you can. There's a lot on the negative scans, a lot on the positive scans right now. Data's up there, Kim. That was your play last week. Few stocks taken on off. FEAC is interesting. FEAC. Just quite a bit popping up right now. When you look at FEAC's past chart history, TLRY is already kind of getting a little bit of a bounce on it. There's a lot going on at the moment. Quite a bit going on right now. Somewhat interested in TLRY, but not in the 870s. ACB small long 1140 scale into 11. Yeah, I'm kind of with you, Coin. I'm watching TLRY pretty carefully as well. I'm with you here. I do like these stocks. Watching fairly closely here, TLRY. I'm going to start TLRY at 864. Got it at 864. I'm just going to start that one. 825 is main support, so I am scaling. FEAC is even higher right now. FEAC. So, closely monitoring FEAC. GTHX, I'm probably going to take that at like 1880. That one sells off under 19 bucks. I'll probably take it. What are we at? Yeah, I'm gonna have to take that under 19. It's probably gonna panic under 19. That's when I'll take it. May even look to long it after that. Yeah, Moderna, I am interested there with Moderna. I'd like it to get back up a little bit closer towards I'd like to get Moderna up closer to 175. See what happens there. FEAC, where are we at there? Oh, that one already sold off. Dang it. Yeah, FEAC, man, I was getting close on that one too. Where are we at with BB? Is BB kind of fading right now? All right, so BB's coming down to the trend. That one's going to be right under $8. There's the trend from pre-market. So that's kind of the idea I'm watching there. GTHX coming down towards 19. I'm watching that one carefully. I'm probably going to look to take all that under 19. I have a 1981 average. TLRY, still kicking back with TLRY, just letting that do its thing. Man, FEAC, what a miss. Dang. All right, BB is under $8 is the trend. I'll show you guys real quick. This one is a possible fade candidate after that pop and retest at 880s. So it kind of triple topped at 880s. The trend from pre-market is going to be at 798. But it did triple top at 880s. It may be pretty heavy against that. May be pretty heavy, so we'll watch it. A freaking mess, FEAC. Yeah, FEAC is like kind of panic mode right now. Wouldn't be a bad scoop if it keeps doing this. How's our marijuana stocks doing? TLRY 870's not bad. Not bad there. So right now in the money, TLRY, GTHX, just letting those work. Looking for something else. GIK. TDAC, a little bit of a sell-off. BB is kind of fighting the $8 area. Nothing crazy there yet. Honestly, GTHX, I'm probably looking to hit that again on a pop. TLRY, I'm probably going to look to add into that as well. Just looking for another opportunity to add into that. Probably risking the lows. It's kind of looking like it wants to hold the lows pretty well. And seeing what else is going to be popping up right now. DADA is up towards 60. That one's really thin. I'm not interested in a trade there yet. It's pretty thin. So kind of monitoring a few stocks right now. What's CAAS doing? CAAS, a little bit of a sell-off. That was from yesterday. Huge. Yeah, WWR kind of breaking pre-market highs right now. 720. WWR, good alert there, coin. mRNA is kind of back up towards 178. So I am interested there, definitely. GTHX is under $19 right now. I'm gonna see what that one does right here. I'm up a point there, GTHX. I want to see if it's going to hold under 9 and just fade a little bit more. Give me a little bit more, maybe, maybe not. TLR points, not pennies, baby. So TLRY, I'm interested. Watching that one against the lows, 855. Kind of curious. I mean, I do like ultimately its support around the 820s. That's ultimately where I really like TLRY. So I'm really just kicking back there for a little bit. I do like that one against the 820s. So I really am just kicking back there for a little bit. BB is looking at BB is kind of on that trend right now. It's just got pretty big pop, about 15-20 cents off of this trend right here. It's not a bad trend play. It's really not. But it's a little heavy and going to have a tough time against 870s. But yeah, it's trying to get a little bounce off of this trend, 790s. So BB, definitely eyeing this one here. Definitely just curious, watching it pretty carefully. Oh man, Moderna did come back up, test 175s, already back down to 169s. Already back down. So TLRY, this one's still just kind of consolidating around its lows. Marijuana sector not doing a whole lot at the moment. MARA just got a pop. That one you guys know is in the Bitcoin sector. YALA, that was, I guess I should have located those shorts. YALA, Yala, that one, little snap out of the gates. Not bad. Not bad. Moderna trying to find its feet against the 168s. So I think what I'm going to do... I think what I'm going to do with TLRY, since it's trying to hold these 850s, is add into it and risk off the lows here. Let me watch it pretty carefully here. Yeah, I think I'm gonna risk off the lows and see if we can get a pop closer up towards VWAP and higher. Add into it a little bit. It's looking kind of decent against 850s. Whew, data. Anybody get DADA? Heck yeah. Coin, yeah, we had the right idea there. ACB, TLRY. Coin, we're trading alike over here, aren't we? Yeah, CAAS is right. You're right. They are pretty heavy, coin. Pretty heavy. GMHI. A little bit of panic on that one. Little bit of panic there. Yesterday, TLRY sold off and then popped up a point, a whole freaking point on TLRY. So, I mean, that one can go. That one can go if it wants to. It's testing VWAP right now. Testing VWAP, TLRY. If it really wants to, she can go. Testing VWAP. It really needs some decent volume to be getting over VWAP and continue even higher. There we go. Kind of testing that area out right now. Actually have a pretty good average here. Want to see what it's going to do against VWAP and if it's going to continue higher. The open on TLRY is going to be at $9. I'm sure ACB is kind of doing the same little move here. Yeah, ACB is doing the same little move over VWAP right now. If you guys are trading ACB or TLRY, both of those are kind of fighting, getting over VWAP. We'll see what they're going to do. My risk is going to be the lows. I like the lows on TLRY. Got a decent average, so if it really wants to come all the way back down to 850s, that'll kind of be my stop on it. Otherwise, I got a pretty good average here. 71 Jinda, sup G's? What's going on? What's going on, brother? Sold ACB at VWAP. Coin did. Yeah, I probably could have scaled out a little bit. Kind of looking for a little bit of a big play here on TLRY, but yeah, still kind of holding up around the VWAP. But it is looking a little weak, like it wants to pull back. Yeah, it's pulling back a little bit right now. Yeah, I really don't want to go red here. Got an 867 average, which it's nearly at right now. It's a pretty hard reject at VWAP. Pretty hard reject. I'm a hold to my my initial analysis there and just see what it's going to do against the lows. MARA, that Bitcoin play, is still up right now, 650, 660s. So far, FEAC was a big miss, but that's all right. FTEK is a little bit of a panic right here. FTEK. Yeah, that chart doesn't look too pretty. I'm going to avoid that one for the moment. PRTS popping up on the scans. PRTS. I do have shorts there. Let me look at the past chart history real quick. PRTS. 1644 is kind of, yeah, this area here, it's kind of make or break on this past chart history. 1644 is about a couple months ago was its high. So we'll watch that area, 1640s. And what do we got? BB. What's going on with BB? Still fading. Dang, BB is still fading. I mean, I think there may be a bounce play on BB at some point today, but I'd have to look into it a little bit. I think there may be some kind of a bounce on it. Yeah, PRTS up towards 16. I needed that one a little bit faster to get interested. Little faster on PRTS to get interested. Fast move up through 16 may not be too bad. We'll see what it gives us. TMDI, cheap little stock taking off. Yeah, thanks for looking at that coin. BB7 looks good. Yeah, I think when all this panic has subsided, there may be shorts may start covering. Some other longs may come in, some longer-term investors as well. It was really good news this morning. So we'll see. It might fade a little bit further down towards 7 like coin suggested. That looks like some support from pre-market. So we'll watch that one. PRTS is over 16. 1627 is giving it a little bit of trouble. So keeping my eyes peeled there. Yeah, TLRY is having a little bit of trouble here against VWAP. I really don't want to go red here. But, I'm monitoring it fairly closely. Monitoring it fairly closely. Still like it against 820s, but I'm kind of sized in too much to let it go that far. So I'm probably just going to be playing kind of the lows here. CAAS kind of took a long coin on that $11 area. CAAS 1130. Yeah, everything's kind of slowing down a little bit. TMDI up towards 170s. That one's even higher right now, TMDI. Everything's slowing down a little bit. GTHX, 1850s. If you guys took that with me this morning, a heck of a trade there. Back down towards the 1850s. mRNA is kind of fighting the 170 still at the moment. mRNA, 170, still fighting that area. FEAC gave everything back. So at this moment, I'm kind of looking for some potential dip buys across the board. Not seeing a whole lot popping up right now. And TLRY, I'm monitoring that one fairly carefully here as well. It's I don't want to go too red on this name. I have an 867 average on it. So it's sitting right around my average. Watching that one closely too. What's BB up to? BB 760s, low 760s. So that one's still kind of panicking out right now. I think there is a trade on BB at some point today. It's still pretty heavy against the 9 EMA. I think there's going to be a trade on BB at some point today. But right now it's still kind of panicking out and unwinding from all the long traders from pre-market. So still unwinding a little bit from all the pre-market buyers. But I think there could be a trade on that at some point. Just keeping a close eye there. A few stocks popping up. Let's check those out. Mogo is going to have a tough time at 320. That's where that one's headed up to right now. Arlo. Ooh, what happened with Arlo? Is that one halted? ARLO? Let me check. Yeah, Arlo is halted. Let's see what happened here. Arlo, I don't see any news. Arlo, maybe a little pump. Not sure. Interesting with Arlo. Yeah, TLRY is looking heavy-ish against the 9. Trying to give it a little time. Giving it a little time. What you gonna do, TLRY? Yeah, it's looking a little heavy here. I'm still gonna watch it against the lows. 855. Probably gonna panic under 850s. I may look to hit it again. May look to hit it and then see if it continues lower or tries to get a bounce. Trying to bounce a little bit right here. Giving you all the time in the world, baby. Yesterday with TLRY, it really didn't make its move until like 1050 though. So it kind of was selling off until around 1050 until it started climbing back up again. Yeah, so still watching that one. CAAS has to make a move now. Right now. Yeah, that one is still interesting. EARS, so a couple little plays trying to get some pumps on them. Yeah, just understand the market conditions right now. EARS, DTEA, a couple little pumps here and there. Nothing too crazy. Nothing too crazy, baby. ARLO, that one's still halted, so definitely interesting there. mRNA, we'll see how ARLO is going to open up. I don't even know why that one's halted. I don't see any news there. If you guys know, definitely let me know. mRNA, that one's still kind of consolidating around the 170, so that one may continue even higher today. GTHX still heavy, 1820s. What a freaking play there. And right now, I'm interested for a little bit of a bounce on BB. I mean, if you look at the 5-minute chart on BB, it's kind of doji starring, looking a little interesting. I'll show you guys. Yeah, here's BB on the 5-minute. It's kind of a little bit of a doji star here against the 775. It's trying to turn around a little bit. I still think there's some potential here on BB. Definitely think there's some potential. But it's gonna unwind a lot of these long bias baggies from pre-market. It's definitely gonna unwind them for a little bit. So we'll see what's gonna happen. We shall watch and see. You know, TLRY back up to my average. Never got the add on that, so still watching that against the lows. Nothing too crazy going on there. Yesterday, I just liked TLRY because around 1050, I mean, the marijuana sector started really taking off. So I'm gonna see if we get a little bit of action like that again today. But so far, slowing down a little bit. Mogo is even higher. That one had some tough resistance at 320. It's kind of breaking through that, no problem. But this is an area where it's gonna have a little bit of a tough time. 320s. Mogo come out with some news. What's going on there? Mogo highlights 135% month-over-month increase in Bitcoin volume traded on its platform in November. Yeah, so Mogo, that probably means M-A-R-A. M-A-R-A, Mogo. These are some stocks to keep your attention on at the moment that has some type of volume, that Bitcoin sector right now. Mogo, M-A-R-A. Keep your eyes peeled there. ARLO just recently opened up. I don't see any news on ARLO. It kind of looks a little bit of a pump to me. Actually, I do have shorts with ARLO. So I'm going to be watching this one. Right here. Let this kind of die out a little bit. I don't want to just jump in too quick, but it is up towards resistance. Over $7 is pretty tough resistance, ARLO. If you look at the chart, $7 is tough. It's kind of filling that gap and hitting kind of pretty recent resistance. Man, and we are seeing that with ARLO. Wow. Yeah, this one's a little crazy at the moment, but I think there may be a trade here. We'll watch it kind of carefully. I just don't know why this one. Is it just a pump? Anybody have news on this one? Okay, Arlo Technology open for trader circuit. Halted on volatility. Traders circulate link on Apple Store showing Arlo Ultra 4K wire-free security camera sold by Apple. Is that a new thing? I'm not sure. Arlo. Let me click that link, see what's going on here. Arlo Ultra. Yeah, I'm not sure. Not too sure here, but I do like it up towards this resistance over $7 is going to be pretty tough. So I am curious. I'm interested here. See what's going to do against this resistance up here towards $7 and over. It's trying to hold this VWAP. Looks like it may collapse. Yeah, I mean, I'm thinking the same thing. I like the chart. I do like the chart quite a bit. See if we can get another pop up towards 7. It may start it. Yeah, it's just kind of holding this VWAP at the moment, 640s. But definitely a trade here with Arlo. I have no idea where this volume came from. So yeah, here comes some more volume up towards $7 on it. I really don't want to get too involved with the highly overcrowded play here. But I mean, this is tough resistance if you guys are interested. I mean, this is tough resistance. If you look at the daily chart, it is filling that gap, and $7 is tough on it. Come fill the gap. What gap are you seeing, Coin? This is what I got with Arlo. This is what I got on Arlo. Here's the chart. It's kind of hitting this resistance right here, 720s. And also, back here, there's a gap fill around 710. That's what I got on Arlo right now. But it's moving like, I mean, it's whipping back and forth like a little low floater. Arlo. You guys know how I feel about low floaters. Intraday gap from halt. Gotcha. Gotcha. Yeah, so that one is, I mean, what's interesting there is it's holding up actually fairly well. So, holding up actually fairly well. Sometimes when these things halt really quick like that. Are you still in CAAS, Coin? 1301? You still in that one? Big bad. No. Nice. Nicely done. Nicely done. Oh, IDEX. IDEX. This one's coming right down to its 13 EMA on the chart. IDEX coming right down to this 13 EMA on the chart. I'm probably gonna be scooping a little IDEX down here. Where are we at? Okay, 13 EMA on IDEX, 226. I got some support at 215 as well, IDEX. Oh yeah, 216, 213, really good support on IDEX. Yeah, so IDX, I'm going to go ahead and start it. Here's support on IDX, 210. 210 is solid support. me watching that one carefully here. IDX 210 support. SSR is turned on there, so it may take a little while. May take a little while. TLRY, that one's starting to climb back up a little bit, probably. Yeah, ACB, TLRY, those are starting to pull up a little bit right now. IDEX is interesting. I do have a 231 average there. Not the best, but I'm looking to hit that again at 210 if that one keeps selling off a little bit. Man, that one's going to be a slow mover, though. It's bouncing off of that 13 right now, but it is bouncing off of the 13. It's just going to be a little slow. If we can get a pop up towards like 240s, I may take it. Well, it's just going to be pretty slow. Yeah, I'm going to take it right there, 237s, up towards that 90, maybe 238. Nice. All right, anybody else get IDX with me? That was a decent trade right there. Yeah, be watching it pretty carefully against the 90 MA if you're still with it, 240s, because that's going to be, it's going to be a little heavy right there against 240s. If anybody got IDX with me, let me know. Good trade. Sometimes they're quick. You just got to look at the intensity and then pull the trigger. TLRY, this one's still printing money right now, so nice. TLRY back up. This is around the time where it starts kind of pulling up right now, so I'm going to watch TLRY kind of against that VWAP area, see what it's going to do against VWAP. It's kind of pulling back towards it right now. Really want to see some continuation here because around 1050 from yesterday, TLRY actually made a decent move on it. ACB is turning coin. If it's turning, I gotta really be careful with TLRY. Probably be smart to lock some in, but I don't want to. Been sticking with this for 30 minutes. I want to get paid. Alright, let me watch both of these. ACB is having a little trouble against the VWAP 1150s. That's where that one's having a little trouble. Yeah, it's in a wedge. I do like that. IDEX up towards 240s now. So great trade if you guys stuck with that one. I took it a little quick. I took IDX a little quick, but that was a A quality setup. TLRY still sitting there 880s. ACB 1140. So yeah, we're seeing a little bit of a pullback right now. Still wedging. Still wedging up a little bit. IDX 241s. You guys are probably being a lot more patient with than I was. Yeah, yesterday was around 1050 when the marijuana sector started really moving. So that's what I'm watching here right now. That's probably going to be my last trade. That would be 3 for 3 on the day. That'd be pretty sick. That's what I'm looking for. Get a little continuation there. ACB kind of wedging up like Coin said, coming back up towards VWAP. It's going to need some decent volume to break through that, so we'll see if it gets it. But it's about to retest that area again. Arlo is still holding $7. That is highly, I mean, that's really interesting. This is kind of that gap to fill. But yeah, Arlo at 720. It is an interesting level. I mean, I like it at 720. I really do. But it looks like it wants to hold up fairly well. Mr. BB got one on PRTS. Think I might walk away, start December green. Hey, I'm with you, man. I'm with you. I'm going to do the same thing. ACB testing VWAP, TLRY. Come on, let's get a little pop on you now. A little bit higher. So those are ACB. We need that one to get a little continuation. I'm looking to start off December on a nice solid note. I mean, I'm really wanting TLRY to start off on a good note. I'm not going to go red on this name at this point. My stop's going to be at my average, which is 867. I'm going to see if this one can work a little bit. Otherwise, I'm going to stop at break even. Good trade on PRTS though, Brad. Heck of a start to December. Mr. Levin, do you have a stock you recommend investing $1,000 in? Investing in investment. I don't really do investments. I do day trading. So it's going to be hard to answer that. I would, if you're wanting to throw it in something, I mean, watch some of the, like, airlines, something like that. Airlines are at decent bargain prices. Go Tigers. Got IDEX. 220s to 230s. Nice. Thank you for letting me know, Tigers. Really love that. Nice trade there. Yeah, sometimes, you know, the scanners just, they throw stuff at you you're not expecting. That's why you got to do your pre-market analysis and just kind of watch the scans and let anything and everything pop on up. You never know. You never know what's going to be screaming at you. Never know. I'm going to take half off TLRY. I'm going to take half off at 881, and then I'm going to let the rest ride out, or the stop's going to be at 867. I just got to be smart with it. I got to lock in. I got to get paid a little bit. If it's going to pull back, you know, got to get paid something. If ACB starts kind of cracking and selling off, I may lock in everything with TLRY. Watching both of these stocks. Or you know what I may do? I may set a stop and go about my day. That'd be nice. I think that's what I'm going to do, so I don't have to sit here and stare at this any longer. TLRY, let's set a stop. I'm going to set a stop at, yeah, 860s, 865. I like that, 865. Stop TLRY. Sell 865. Make sure that's in. Stop 865. Good. All right, TLRY got to stop in the rest, 865, so I'm good to go. I'm just going to go about my day and see if I'll come revisit later. If you guys are going to be sticking around throughout the rest of the day, MOGO, kind of the Bitcoin sector is working right now. Write down MO. Actually, I'm going to write it down for tomorrow. In fact, Moderna may be setting itself up for a nice little trade for us tomorrow. So I'm gonna keep my eyes on Moderna. That one's kind of consolidating around the 170s, so not really a trade at the moment for us. ARLO, I'm gonna write that one down as well for tomorrow. That one we do have shorts for at CMEG, and That one may be setting itself up for tomorrow as well. Nice little hangover play. So we'll see if that one gets overextended. Speaking of airlines, go Tigers. AA is popping up. American Airlines. Or no, that's not American Airlines. That's Alcoa. American Airlines is AAL. Yeah, AAL. So, I mean, the airlines, yeah, if I was throwing $1,000 into something, I'd throw it at something like AAL. I'd throw it at something like that. But again, you know, this is for entertainment purposes only. I gotta say that. I do not give investment advice. This is for educational purposes only. Everybody good and green? Any questions before we head out of here? CAAP is getting a little spike right now. CAAP. Dude, are you kidding me? GTHX in the 1780s now? Oh my god. I didn't think I should have left any leftovers there. I mean, I got a whole point on that thing. Kept fading. Jeez Louise. CAAP is even higher right now. Be watching that one. Honestly, I'd still keep my eyes on BB a little bit. BB may fade, may look a little heavy, or it may try to form a little bit of a higher low. And, you know, I think if you guys are sticking around, BB is somewhat interesting here. May try to find its feet. See how it's kind of forming a little bit of a higher low here, 780s against the 9 EMA. If it gets back above 9, retest VWAP, we may see that one try to come up towards that 1020 area. I mean, it's not, I don't know that it's necessarily done today. So keep your eyes there. And what else? Arlo, CAAP. CAAP is up towards $5. Having a little bit of a trouble there. I can't believe GTHX is still panicking out low under 18. Alright, so all I got left, guys, 3 for 3 on the day. Got a point on GTHX. Got a little bit on IDEX. Super happy with that. And TLRY locked in 10 cents. And I still got half my position. Just going to let that continue working right now from 867 average. So that's going to wrap up the day today. Hope you guys started out on a solid green note, like we do every day, traders. The green team continues. But other than that, guys, have a solid rest of your day. Yeah, TLRY. What are we doing? What are we doing, TLRY? 80s. Yeah, other than that, guys, hit me up if you have any questions at all. You guys know what it is. AveryDayTrading@gmail.com. We'll do it again tomorrow. We will do it again tomorrow. Who hit that dislike button? You guys are crazy. You guys are crazy. Make sure you hit that like button if you haven't already for the free stream. Guys, I'm helping you make money for free. For free. Can you believe it? All right, traders. We'll see you in the morning. Before I go, anybody want to recap? If you guys want to recap, I need 5 people to tell me you want to recap. Otherwise, not really worth it for me to do them if no one's watching them. But I will do a recap if enough of you want them. Let me know. If not, doesn't bother me one bit. But I can do a recap if you guys want. Just let me know. I'll sit here for another second. Man, GTHX. Honestly, I could, boom, 5. recap. All right, that's 2. That's 2 of you. 3 of you. Oh, no. I got to sit here another hour and make a recap. All right, 3. I need 2 more. 2 more and I'll do it. I'm a man of my word. I'll do it. What do you guys want? Like a video recap or for me just to recap them right now? Recapping them right now is quick and easy, but I can make a video. It doesn't matter to me. EARS. What is going on with EARS? Gary, recap. All right. We got 4. We need one more if you guys want a recap video. Make sure you hit that little notification bell, by the way, because when I come out with recaps, I need you guys to click on them and like them and watch them. Need you guys to be watching those. We need one more. One more. Brad, Coin, Ian, and Gary. Gary says recap now works. Gary, I got your email. Your biggest challenge right now is position size and risk management. Watch my advanced hotkey setup, Gary. It'll do wonders for you. It'll do wonders. Let me put that down. Honestly, a lot of guys in here could help you with that too. I mean, we're all about helping each other out. Let me give you that video. Make sure you watch that today. Yeah, position sizing, risk management, those are huge. I'm glad you have. I mean, honestly, that's the first step. Is bringing kind of to light the issue, and you and those are big. Topic points and big problems, so I'm glad you have recognized it. See, the problem is most people don't want to recognize it, you know? Most people do not want to recognize their flaws, but we all have them. For instance, my flaw with trading 100% since I've started trading is I lock in profits too early. I've been trying to work very, very hard at that, and I'm very uncomfortable with it, quite honestly. Very uncomfortable. Honestly, with GTHX, I got a point on it today, but, you know, I'm uncomfortable sitting and waiting that long, and it gave 2 points. GTHX gave 2 points. I took a point on it. So, obviously, you could say I took it too early, but that was hard for me to do. How do I mitigate it? I mitigate by a couple things. If I get a couple entries on something, I usually size out of it. So I lock in some profit. If you have a problem taking profits too early, lock in a partial position so you're making money, and then kind of let the rest work like I'm doing right now with TLRY. TLRY is in the 890s right now, and I still have a partial position there from 867 average. So I'm not even paying attention to it right now. I'm just letting it keep making money. It's the idea, right? Take a partial position so you know you're making money on the stock, and then let the rest ride out. That's my problem. And you've brought to light your problem, which is good. You said, let me make sure, yeah. Position size, risk management. I mean, those are 2 huge things. So I think let me put this down. Advanced hotkey DOS. Yeah, let me send you this link. It's really an advanced hotkey setup. Here it is. So Gary, what this is gonna do is it's gonna get you in with consistent position sizing. So you're gonna be getting in with a specific it's gonna be getting you in a dollar amount on each trade. You're not going to be like, okay, $50 here, $100 there, $200 here, share size, 50 shares here, 300 shares there, 1,000 shares here. The more consistent you make your trading, the more consistent your results are going to be. If you have random sizing, random risk, which is kind of what you alluded to in that email, you're going to have random results. You want to try to avoid those random results as much as possible. And these are kind of training wheels for you. So there's the link. That's your homework. Go watch that. I think it's Let me make sure this is it. Yeah, this is like the holy grail. So for sizing, it's going to be a dollar amount. So for instance, if you want to take $1,000 trade on let's say you'll be getting $1,000 worth of shares on every trade. So that brings in consistency. You press the hotkey on each trade, you're getting in $1,000 worth of shares. It automatically sets you up, Gary, with the position sizing. So if it's like a $50 stock, well, 50 into 1,000 is what? I'm not good at math. It'll get you in that specific share size. You get in on a $50 stock, a $10 stock, a $5 stock. It keeps it very consistent. So there immediately is consistency with your position sizing, which is what you wanted. But not only that, this hotkey also gives you risk. It'll stop immediately upon getting into a stock. It sets your risk. It immediately sets a risk for you. And you can tailor it to whatever risk you want, but it's amazing. It's pretty amazing. I think you're gonna see a lot more consistency right off the bat using these. Not a lot of people want to use hotkeys like this because people like to be in control, but sometimes we gotta throw some training wheels on. It's just the truth of the matter. There's no shame in that whatsoever. So go watch that video, apply those hotkeys, and you should be seeing some better results. Watch my video I came out with yesterday as well, Gary, if you didn't watch that. TLRY coming up towards $9. Money, 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 money. Yeah, TLRY looks like it wants to go green on the day. 10:50 is when it took off yesterday, and that is what it's doing right now, around 10:30 now. Yeah, yesterday TLRY formed an inverse head and shoulders pattern. I just now kind of looked and realized that. Pretty nice. Pretty nice. TLRY up towards $9. 903. 904, 906. Yeah, here's my problem. I'm sitting here watching and I'm like, I want to lock it in. Like, dang, Kevin, you're up like 40 cents a share now. Just let it work. Let it work. Yeah, ACB looking good too. All right, GTHX under $18. That's nuts. That is nuts. So all right, yeah. Let's do a recap today. I'll do a video right now. So I'm gonna get off here and do a video. Then we'll get to a recap. I'm tempted to add in the TLRY on a pullback. Really tempted. Yes, sir, Gary. We'll check it out. Yeah, absolutely. Check that one out. Should help you out quite a bit, and we'll go from there. We'll keep helping you as we keep going. So, I think that'll be a good start for you. Anyways, good trading today, guys. I'm gonna make the video right now, so stay tuned for that. Make sure you watch it and hit the like button. I need to get some likes, some views, and stuff to make it worth it. And we'll go from there. Love you guys. We will see you in the morning.